welcome to Geoguessr. We have the Strangelands crew here with Dr. Brian,
Hello.
the Pastafarian,
Greetings!
and Tulkas.
Rogues do it in the darkness. Rogues do where the sun don't shine. With a little drop of poison. Rogues do it from behind.
Is that
I
Katy
just
Perry?
want to point out this is not
I
the
didn't realize
Buttermesh
we were set to a
podcast.
song.
We
I
are
would've
not
prepared
starting
something.
with a song.
All right, we got Geoguessr today. Let's start off with last week's champion. That would be, I think it was Nighty again. User Nighty from Reddit with 22,289. Is that his third week in the row? Or is that his second? Who's counting? I think that's Tulkas' job.
The power of the Horde.
I've been away for a few weeks, so now.
I
Congratulations to
wasn't there
Nighty.
last week as well.
Nobody was here last week. We didn't record. Anyways, we're ready to record today, and I said we jump right into it. Is everybody ready?
Indeed.
I
Ready.
guess so.
Oh, I guess I could say seed will be in the description below. You guys want to play along with us? Click on the seed. Tell us what your score is. Either put it in the comments or put it on the subreddit. Links will be in there. Anyways, let's get ready.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay. The last guesses I did was also I'm eating a bagel. There's that. And also we have also new recording setup. These things could also I have the robot. Also there's a blue bottle flying around. This is the most often hear me start swatting at the air and yes. Ah. Over there, I see him out of the corner. Bottly stuff. So, there are pumpkins. What looks like corn. This ain't. And there's a cow. Abel, you know. Frightened. Relic. Hurry. This is very bleak. Ozikiprin. These words help me. Ozatable. It's so bleak. This just strikes me as the sort of Ooh.
All right, so I drove quite a ways without being able to spot any kind of language on any kind of signs, but it seemed either Russian or Eastern European. And eventually, I found a main road with some signs, and I saw Russian. I guess Kazan because I'm cheap, and I got 2,834. How'd you do, Brian?
I looked around and I couldn't really find any signs, but there was a license plate that wasn't quite fogged out or whatever, and it looked like it might have had some kind of like Cyrillic kind of script. And so again, I was thinking Eastern Europe, Russia, or whatever. And so at the last second, I just dropped pushpin near Moscow and got 3565.
There you go, pasta.
I saw the same license plate, I guess, on I think, white transporter. And I had it down in Romania first, but Romania and Bulgaria would have the blue European signs, or the little blue rectangle at one side. So I guessed near Samara because I didn't want to guess Kazan and got 2,862 points.
Wow, almost exactly what I got. Tulkas.
But a little bit more.
Just a little.
So I was planning on, I thought it looked super bleak, so I was guessing sort of like southwestern Russia, Black Sea sort of area. However, I found some signs leading to the nearest city, so I decided to do the whole, look around for the nearest city, and I looked at the time, there was a minute left, Then 5 seconds later, apparently the time limit exceeded or something because I got 0 points. Go me.
What? Did you glitch out?
Huh?
No. It's just like I guess I did not notice. Like time flew, man. One moment there's 1 minute
Oh.
left. The next
And you
moment there's
didn't-
0 minutes
He was
left.
singing a song to himself. You know how Tolkien goes.
Ah, yeah, right.
So you didn't
That
do
sounds
a
right.
preliminary guess, is what you're saying.
You know.
Oh, too bad. So sad.
Well,
Round two?
that time I spent doing the preliminary guess, that could be a crucial second, man. A crucial second. Got to get that 8 p.m. strats up, yo.
Apparently a crucial minute, not a crucial second.
Eh.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
So Macedonia. Probably pronounced evidently America. Let's see. Which area in America would have a high Macedonian immigrant population? We're doing this like 5. Also need to get up like 5 hours ago. Used to speak. Building down here. Like a school. I already look at this. Okay, so today is not my day. Corn. Note time. Muncie. Muncie is a county in Indiana. There are cornfields. Oh, fuck, oh, they have all these things I've learned about. Yeah, this looks like Indiana, and it's called Muncie. Round points, and I.
What? Oh, I'm looking
Oh.
at Pasta's guess. All right. So, I don't know. It was obviously America, or at least it was to
Yeah.
me. It was pretty obviously America. And if you went down far enough, you did hit some cornfields, and that my preliminary
Yes.
guess was in Iowa.
Me too.
I eventually got to a main road, and I saw Muncie.
Me
and
too.
I actually know Muncie is in Indiana.
Aw.
And the reason why I know that is because of the movie Kingpin. Have you guys seen Kingpin?
I've not.
Nope.
Only heard of it.
The Amish guy in Kingpin was from, or not the Amish guy, the main character, Woody Harrelson, was from Muncie, Indiana.
Ah.
So I saw Muncie and I picked Indiana, and I was 2.8 kilometers away.
Wow. Great.
So 4,991. How'd you do, Brian?
Yeah, like I said, I saw the cornfields. I saw Muncie. I didn't know where Muncie was, and so I meant to refine my guess, but I ran out of time before I did, and so I had one somewhere in Iowa, and I only got 2771.
And you were in Indiana or Iowa?
Iowa.
Okay. Pasta.
So I guess somewhere where it's very flat, so I guess Kansas, because of the cornfields and there were no hills nearby. I got 2,518 points.
Caucus?
Yeah. Well, I live in Indianapolis, so Muncie gets brought up a lot since it is close to Indiana. I also saw the Muncie. And yeah, it looked like Indiana. A lot of corn and very flat. I guessed got 4,990.
Oh, that's ridiculous. That's 2 points more than I did.
I was 2.1 kilometers away.
See, Mom and Dad watching all those movies paid off, damn it. Okay, round 3. Everybody ready?
Sure.
Ready?
Hey, Indiana.
3, 2, 1, go.
I'm glad that I feel like I probably would have been in the lead right now if I had I'm a failure. Except that is. I saw something on Manitoba. Five. Make a preliminary guess. 5 meets 2. Things that everyone in the history guessing yourself just because. So this does look very deserving.
All right, so that one, I don't know. It was pretty easy if you went the right way, I suppose, because there was a street sign for Manitoba.
Oh
And,
no.
Oh.
and there was a junction, Highway 5 and Highway 261. I was 756 meters away for 4,998.
Oh, wow.
How'd you do, Ryan?
I'll start mine off by saying I got 0.
Uh-oh.
So I went the wrong way down the road, apparently. Didn't see any signs. Saw what looked like an octagonal stop sign, and so I was thinking United States, Arizona, somewhere dry and arid. But just kept going down the road, could not find any signs. And with 10 seconds left, with my marker in Arizona, I saw a speed limit sign that just had like a 70 in a white box. I was like, crap, it isn't the US. It's either Canada or Australia. And so I quickly jumped to Australia. I put a pin down there, and then time expired.
Oh, no.
Yikes.
Oh, that stinks.
That's karma for Damsel Doggy, you monster!
How'd you do, Pasta?
Well, horrible as well, because I saw a truck that had something with prairie on it, and I read something about the Wild West, like a documentary magazine, a few weeks ago, and it was somehow linked to Oklahoma, the Indians being moved there, yada yada. What was it about a land run? Anyways, I plucked it down somewhere in Arizona and tried to find anything useful, but I would never have guessed Canada. Never. So, 1653.
That's not too bad considering. How'd you do, Tulkus?
Otherwise is ready to record BTW. But, I placed it randomly in Manitoba, and I guess I happened to be close because I got 4,639 points.
Nice.
Yep, nice
job.
indeed.
All right, next round. 3, 2, 1, go.
I always forget that, like, when I have my push talk turned off, like, y'all can still hear me. I'm just like, oh, I have push. Oh, my. Oh, the Lord. Uma bonita. Uma bonita. That's how, like, Portuguese or Spanish. Cambio de. No. No, DJ. Right, oh. Possibly Portuguese. Pigmento, like. What am I doing? What are you doing? Because he's in the lead by 3,000 points. last round I need to get 3,000 more points. Difficult. This. So northern Brazil is more poor, jungling. Yeah. I think this is go with our newfound tactic of bit of a risk. Not to, of what each the. Never mind.
Oh wow, was that Guatemala or is that Mexico?
What the
All right,
freaking hell?
it is in Mexico. So yeah, I don't know. I was driving Mexico, but then eventually I found some signs that looked Spanish and not Portuguese. And if you go down far enough, you do eventually see a street sign for Highway 307. And apparently, 307 is an awfully long road. Wait a minute, I don't see how far west does it go, unless there's two 307s. Anyway, I found 307 in western, well, kind of western central Mexico, and got 2120. How'd you do, Brian?
I went against my better judgment. So first off, I did see a sign that was Spanish and then forgot about it later. And I ended up picking Brazil, which is Portuguese. And so if I'd thought about that, obviously that part was wrong. And I also thought it looked like the shadows. I was still in the Northern Hemisphere based on the sun. But for whatever reason, against my better judgment, I picked Brazil, even though I said it's probably Central America. And so, yeah, I only got 169.
Don't. Pasta?
Horrible. So I saw a few signs. They said Puerto Rico.
Really?
Indeed. Guess where I placed my marker? On Puerto Rico, and got 911 points. There were several signs saying Puerto Rico or even Rio de or something saying road to Puerto Rico or something. So I assumed this was on Puerto Rico and some of the streets going through the country or the island or whatever. Yeah, so hooray and such.
Has Google Maps driven through Puerto Rico?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
So I don't really go by that.
How'd you do, Talkus?
Puerto Rico, my heart's devotion, may it sink back in the ocean. Yay.
What the actual...
So for me, it was basically, I mean, the big crux of the issue is, I saw a bunch of street signs, and the big thing is to try to identify whether it is Portuguese or if it is Spanish. I thought some of the words looked Portuguese, which I suppose shows how much I know. I guessed northern Brazil-ish, kind of, and got 102.
So, what I go by mostly is the Chow, the CAO,
Yeah.
and the C's got that, I don't know what it's called, but it's got the little flappy thing on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually found in Portuguese and not Mexican. Or
I saw a sign
Spanish.
that said Bonita, Bonita, and I was like, okay, that's definitely Spanish.
Yeah, I saw, what is Bonita? I saw that too.
Good.
Oh.
I don't want to hear about your little flappy things.
It's the C's little flappy thing.
Toka flap?
Flap, yeah.
Moving on.
Round 5, I believe we're on. You guys ready?
Yep.
Ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
I really should not be eating. The thought just struck me that, like, this is actually... This looks like a pine tree farm. What one might use. Like to grow the Christmas. speed limit sign that was murky. Not much else, I suppose. Other than that, they like being. I don't even know that. Boom, boom. Done. Eagles currently looks super flat. Oh, he was back. Church here. I'm gonna go. I was in 10. No, 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 no.
Man, I almost got tricked hardcore on that because I was convinced it was Australia. And after a while driving down the road, I was starting to think, this is probably some backwoods place in America. And I saw a sign that said 55 on it, but I couldn't read anything else. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think Australia does 55 kilometers per hour on any of their highways. So I thought maybe that's miles per hour because that's a popular American speed limit. And
Yeah,
eventually,
the 5 at the end is only with miles per hour. Don't know why you do that, but yeah.
Because we're goofy. So
Indeed.
I eventually saw a car driving on the right side of the road, and I plopped it in Northern California because I saw those giant trees. And I don't know what those trees have any business doing in Florida, but apparently they are. So I got 528. What'd you do, Brian?
So fortunately, I saw those giant trees and I said I was thinking West Coast, but then I looked at some of the other trees and I was like, well, it could be East Coast. And then I saw a palm tree. And once I saw the palm tree, I was like, it's definitely Florida. And so I started with a guess kind of in South Florida, and I just decided it looked closer to the north. And I tried to place a pushpin quickly near Tallahassee as time was expiring, and ended up about 300 kilometers away and got 4114.
Oh, not bad. Wow. I didn't expect anybody to get a good guess on this one. Pasta, what'd you do?
So I was running around pretty much without a clue. I knew it had to be the US because I found a road sign with 35 miles an hour. But I didn't know where. So somehow I got to a house which from afar looked exactly like the house from Forrest Gump. Really, exactly. So I think Fixer, if you'll check my video footage, you will recognize it. So I plucked it down near Birmingham in Alabama because I had a faint remembrance that he was from Alabama. Not too sure though.
I think you're right. I think he was.
He was from Alabama, right? When he tells not Penny. What's she called again? Jenny, not Penny.
Close enough.
When he calls Jenny that she should go back to blah 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 Alabama. Yeah, I remembered that. So plucked it down 307 kilometers away, 4093 points.
Not too shabby. How about you, Talkus?
So I was, I mean, it helps that, Brian has lived in Florida. But and probably live there right now. Ooh, conspiracy theory time! But yeah, I was just, going along. I didn't see any of your big trees. I saw that at the beginning it looked like there was a pine tree farm or something. I don't even know. I was going to guess Tennessee, and then I looked at the time and I saw there was 4 seconds left. So I hadn't zoomed in or anything, so I just made a heroic stab towards the United States and picked Indiana randomly. Got 2,500.
Those amazing Indiana tall trees.
Well, I was going to guess Tennessee. I didn't see the tall trees. Eh.
I would never have guessed those to be in Florida. But anyways, let's find out our scores.
Oh boy.
I started out pretty good, but I failed the last couple, and I ended up with 15,471. Brian?
Well, I completely failed that one where I got one in Australia. The rest were not so bad, other than the Brazil. If I'd gotten that one in Mexico, I might have done well, but I got 10,619.
Pasta.
12,037.
And Paucus.
I should like to note that this demonstrates sort of like the the imbalance of Europe and pasta, because when we don't have one that's in Europe, then pasta falls short. You know, he ain't just it's ain't just that he's better than me. It's that it's imbalance. But I got 12,241, and that is good for me because I don't think that even if I had guessed my Russian guess, that I would have beaten Fixers. That means that random zero guess at the beginning did not cost me the game. That makes me happy. Yay!
Fixer, you're the big winner.
Woohoo!
Yay,
Celebrate.
congrats.
All right, if you guys played along with us, make sure you put your score in the comments below or over in the subreddit. We like to see how you guys did. Thank you guys for watching. See you next week.
Bye.
Peachy.